Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Buzzmod Sanemi. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today, as I just mentioned, we are going to be taking a look at Buzzmod's Sanemi from Demon Slayer. So without further ado, let's get into it and take a very quick look at the boxaroo. Alrighty, so for the box here, pretty basic when it comes to Buzzmod's Demon Slayer line, or just their figures in general. There's the top, the bottom of the box, same thing. There's the one side Demon Slayer logo, and then the other side, same thing as the one side. Then the back does have a bunch of the promotional images along with the accessories and the barcode of blah 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 stuff nobody cares about. So let's get this open and take a closer look at the Wind Hashira. Alright, taking a closer detailed look here, and like usual, Buzzmod did do a very nice job with the detail. My one complaint, though, I'll get to in a little bit. The hair sculpt looks great, as you can see all throughout the head there, the two bangs in the front there. You have his scars everywhere. My biggest issue is the neck. When you move it forward or have it just looking regular, it looks like he has no neck, which was a similar issue Akaza had. And they need to put a peg extension in the neck because it doesn't look good, man. They really need to fix that. So besides that, we got the scars on the chest there, and then we do have his Demon Slayer attire on, and I do like that we do get the cloth robe vest piece, and you can see on his arms we have the scars on there as well. You can tell he's been through a lot of battles. There's the symbols on the back. I believe it says I forgot what it says. Belt looks fine. The pants and everything, nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it. Very basic for pretty much all the Demon Slayer figures we have gotten in the Buzzmod line. I do like the boots with the buckles and straps. That I always thought looked really cool on Sanemi, and the feet look good too. So overall, they did a nice job. It's just that issue with it looking like it has no neck. Now moving on to the accessories here, he is included with a nice chunk of stuff: faces, hands, swords, wooden swords, and then we do have the interchangeable legs where he's kneeling with the mat as well. So we do get the four alternate faces: basic stern, sadistic smiling, angry teeth gritted, and yelling screaming face. And excellent job on all the faces and the hair sculpt on all the faces there on Sanemi. Then we do get the two wooden swords, which I love. Then we do get his Wind Hashira sword, and then we do get a sheath with the sword handle that pegs into it. And I love his sword. I feel like is one of the coolest Hashira Demon Slayer swords in the series. Then we do get the alternate or interchangeable legs where he's kneeling on the mat there, and they are fairly simple to swap out. I do always get nervous swapping those. Then we do get a wind effect, which is in three parts. So you can put it together like this, which is the way it's meant to be put together, or you could do something like this, which is another way you could put it together. But really love that they included that, and they did a great job on the wind effects as well. Now for the height for Sanemi, to the very tippity top to his hair, he's a little bit under 6 inches tall, which seems to be pretty good scaling because he is one of the taller Hashiras. Not as big as Tengen and Guillaume, but here he is compared to the Buzzmod Tengen, good scaling, Akaza. Then we do have the SH Figure Arts Tanjiro and Gyu, and I think he fits in scale pretty good with both figure lines here. I forgot, I believe he is taller than Gyu, so maybe not the best with figure arts, but you can squeeze him in there. And then here he is also compared to the SH Figure Arts Romance Dawn Luffy, Naruto, the superhero movie version Piccolo, and then we do have the Beast deities Vegeta. So there is the height and height comparisons. Now let's move on to the articulation. Now for Saname's articulation, you have pretty much basic Buzzmod movement. Looks down, pretty good. Looks up, not too bad. You do get very nice pivot out of both the neck joints. Then of course, the swivel action. The torso doesn't really go forward too much, goes back a little bit better, but it does get hindered by that upper piece on the clothing there. You do get pretty good pivot combining both joints, as you can see, and then of course swivel action, once again better at the waist than torso. You can see the joint at the shoulder, can't really move it too much in a circular motion, goes out a lot more than 90. They do go up and down. You do get the swivel at the shoulder joint, then the elbows bend in a little more than 90 degrees. You do get swivel swivel there as well. Then you do get the swivel and hinge on the wrist. Legs kick forward about 90. They go back decently, and he could pretty much Van Dam it. You do get the hip swivel, single jointed knees that bend back a little more than 90. You do have the boot cut swivel at the ankle as well. Hinges up really well at the ankle, hinges down all right. Beautiful ankle pivot, and then of course the toe hingeroo. So overall, I think Buzzmod did a pretty good job with Sanemi. Is it one of my favorite Demon Slayer figures in the line? No, it isn't, but he is definitely a well-made figure. They do still have the issue with the neck that Akaza had, and I'm sure one or two other characters had that issue as well. They definitely need to put an extension on the neck peg so it looks like he does not have a neck. It's just doesn't look good, you know? And I mean, it's pretty much the basic Demon Slayer body mold that we've been getting, especially from like the waist down. Sanemi does look a little bit different because of his robe vest type piece and then the upper portion of him as well. Usually the Hashira have that fully buttoned, but he doesn't. The scars and everything look pretty good. The detail all around does look really nice. The accessories, definitely a high point to the figure. Buzzmod always hooks you up with accessories. Another downside to this line, they're pricey, man. If you do get this figure for retail price, you're pretty much paying $120 after shipping, and it sucks. And if you missed a pre-order, you're going to be paying like $150 plus for these figures. So that's another downside to this line. The articulation, pretty good for the most part. Really not too many issues, but Buzzmod does suffer with loose joints in specific areas. Like sometimes the hips, you know, that there's specific spots that can get loose, mainly the hip joints. And they still haven't really fixed that. With Sanemi, it seems like it's his waist joint that got pretty loose as I posed the figure around. So do I recommend this figure? I mean, if you're a die-hard Demon Slayer fan or if you're a big fan of the Buzzmod line, I would say pick it up before he gets even more expensive. I mean, it's not like a must-get figure, you know, but like I said, if you're trying to get all the Hashira, this is the only 1/12 Sanemi around at the moment until, I hope, Figure Arts gets deep into the line. So as right now, this is your only Wind Hashira 1/12 scale Sanemi you got. But anyway, that is my review of the Buzzmod Sanemi Shinazugawa. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the figure in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, I will catch you on the next episode of Daredevil 19, and I will also see you guys later.
We shall start with revenge. I am the knight. Gonna change the future.